Alrighty, traders. This is Blake Morrow. You are listening to the Daily Roundup webinar. I want to welcome you guys and gals. And what a letdown of a day. I'm so bummed out. Just when you thought today was going to be a day where things were going to get up and going. This is a case in point with the dollar Canadian. We were rallying, just touched the top of this triangle, just nudged across the top and then slammed right back down. And this type of volatility inside of a triangle consolidation is not uncommon. It happens. I mean, it's when things tighten up and we're getting ready for a breakout, there's a lot of false starts. And God, I hope it goes higher. In this case, because you guys know I'm playing it out of this wedge. It's just I thought today was going to be the day, and then I don't know what happened during CPI. And one of those things that when Steve and Stelios were on here on the morning edge, and the move lower in the dollar following the stronger inflation data, that was actually quite surprising to me. I did not expect that. I did not. I was like, okay, maybe we got a little bit of a pullback in the dollar after some stronger inflation data. Did not. We did not. It slammed right back. We pulled back quite aggressively in some of these pairs. I mean, you look at the Aussie. The Aussie's pushing right into channel resistance right now. The dollar Canadian slammed right back into support. The dollar Mexican peso, we went from 2026 high of 2025 high of 2024.8 down to the lows. I mean, maybe it's just following equities because the NASDAQ is at all-time highs and it broke out. And let's not forget that Bitcoin's at all-time highs too. So here's Bitcoin above 62,000, and rallying. So maybe that's it. Maybe it's the correlation stuck on a day where you would least suspect it with stronger economic data or stronger inflation data. You would think that the dollar would have strengthened, but instead it actually weakened. Now, here's a testament to the chat room, really quick. And Benedict in the chat room is looking at the euro dollar. I've been looking at the euro like this. We're getting towards previous support, current resistance, 50% retracement of this last move lower comes in at 109 or 119.73. We're at this minor channel resistance. You can see it here, right? As a matter of fact, I'll just get rid of this so it doesn't confuse anybody, right? So minor channel resistance, and I'm like, okay, we're previous support is going to act as current resistance. And then Benedict in the chat room just said, it's getting close to 38% retracement. I pulled it back up the euro and I said, what? And I just shorted it, by the way, just because I knew it was right up against this channel resistance. Previous support is going to come into play. I knew that we were in the resistance zone or coming close to it. So I figured I'd lay into a little bit. And what he pulled up is he pulled up this chart. Let me pull that down a little bit so I can. So he pulled up this chart, and lo and behold, the 38% retracement of the actual high at the 123 and change level comes in right here. So not only do we have the 38% retracement, we also have the previous support. So a nice little confluence, and the 50% retracement slightly above that. And what that did for me is it gave me more confidence in being in my particular trade, because it was not something that I was looking at particularly. Again, that's just kind of like the benefit of being in the chat room, during the day, is when you have, you have other people that are looking. I can't see everything. I'm pretty good at seeing most things. That's why I've been doing this as long as I have, but I miss things, and I miss some of the specifics, and some of the, you can't keep your eye on everything and you can't see everything. But it's nice when you have other people that are in your community that are also looking at, similar instruments, and their eyes can be just as valuable. And I've told people this many times in the over the years that I've been in chat rooms with our customers. I get a lot of my ideas that I do from other traders in our chat rooms because I know how they trade. I know their tendencies, what they tend to look for, their time frames, because every trader is obviously a little different. I know some people are more swing type of traders. I know some of them are more scalpers. So I know the differences, and so once you get comfortable with the differences between people, that's when it really starts to pay. So here's the chat room, and here's just that comment just a little while ago. Benedict said, "Hey, euro dollar up against the 38% retracement." I'm like, huh. I was looking at this fib from here, there to there, and he was actually looking at from here to here. And I was like, it's a good point. All right. And so I thought I'd share it with you guys. And because I know there's plenty of you that are not in the chat rooms right now. So, and by the way, you guys in the chat room, you're on Jumbotron. So just say hello, Jumbotron. Right? Yeah, hold on. Hold on really quick. I'm just finding something. Hold on. Here we go. Hold on. Jumbotrons are the greatest. I think it's so much fun. Anyway, so jokes aside, anyway, hope you guys are having a great session. It's such a bummer because I was really hoping today was going to produce some really good moves. And today's not over. Let me just point out, okay, something really quick. You have the S&Ps are at highs. We are not very far off the big 161% extension. All right. The big 161% extension is right here. Hold on. Let me go. Okay. We're basically there. NASDAQ's at all-time highs. Okay. NASDAQ is at all-time highs and holding the breakout point for now. The Dow is coming off a little bit. Volatility still suppressed, but for you guys not in the chat rooms, let me just share something with you because this is something we talk about like in the evenings and stuff. Where is it? Damn it. Where'd it go? I'm trying to find it for you. Here we go. Right. This is from last night. Volatility daily sentiment index is 10. 10. That's low. S&P and NASDAQ DSIs are pretty extreme as well. So the reason why I'm pointing this out is because I know we're at highs, and I know that that the NASDAQ broke out today, but there's still time left in the day. What happens by the end of the day if we start to see equities pull back a little bit and volatility spike? Well, then then you're going to look back on like the dollar Canadian and say, man, that was a great bounce off of that triangle support earlier in the New York session. Or you're going to look at the euro and say, wow, that was really a good short up there as we drift back towards 119. So just watch equities today. I don't think the day's over. I'm just a little bummed out that I thought it was going to start earlier. We were going to start to see some explosive moves, but now it's kind of like hopefully we get some moves by the end of the day. It'd be great. Anyway, a couple comments have come in. Amira asked for IWM and PA. Are you talking about Palladium? Here's the IWM, same thing, you know, just same thing as it's just lagging. Like if the Dow breaks down, and let's just do this really quick. I'm going to go ahead and put in for IWM. I'm going to put an alarm right here, because if the Russell starts breaking down and then the Dow starts breaking down, the S&P starts breaking down, guess what's going to eventually follow? Probably the NASDAQ, right? So just, yeah, keep an eye on it. Also Palladium, I'm assuming is going to be strong just because, yeah, it's breaking out of this little triangle here. So, I mean, gold and silver are strong. So I think while you're trading above roughly today's lows, just stay bullish. Jason said, hey, Blake, have you ever considered just trading the dollar Canadian, selling over 126 and buying the dips? Seems whenever it gets over 126, it gets smashed. You know, recently it does. And I want to tell you, the one day that you try to do that, guess what's going to happen? You sell the dollar Canadian above 126 and you're going to short it up there. And guess what's going to happen? That's going to be the day it rips to 128. And you're going to be like, oh my God, I'm short. So I have a plan and I stick to it. I did sell some dollar Canadian earlier when it was at 126.18 this morning. And then I bought it back at 125.82 or something like that. I added back. So obviously I added a little too early. I didn't think we were going to retrace the entire triangle. So when I bought it back like right here. Like right here when we came back towards these areas. Like I sold it up here and then I bought it back here, and then I'm like, now I'm still in my core position. It's not a big deal. I still think we're going higher. It's just like, oh crap, I mistimed that re-entry. Because again, it was like I didn't think the inflation data would send the dollar to the dumpster. So anyway, all right, guys. Hey, good luck today. Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you all for your support. Oh, did I tell you this, by the way? Alan said, Salma ripping totally depends on equities breaking down, you think? Yes, absolutely, 100%. Did I tell you guys this yesterday before you all leave? I'm going to be filming some videos coming up. We're doing it mostly for marketing, but also it's going to be some good little training topics too. And I'm going to try to do one a week. And it'll be in my office, then on my desk. So I'm gonna, my office is a good size. So, you know, I'll do some filming standing up and then just kind of, it's more for marketing, but it's also training. So you guys will get some stuff out of it. But I'm also, one of the things that I'm gonna be doing is, as every one of these little trainings, I'm gonna be mentioning somebody in our community, just kind of giving a shout out. So just keep a heads up for that. I think it'll be fun. I think I'm going to have fun with it. So we'll be doing that over the next couple of weeks. Chad said in front of the Lambos. Yes, exactly. In front of the Lambos. You know, what's funny is my neighbor that lives like, he lives like two streets away. I was out front of his house the other day and, he's my age, doesn't have kids, and because anyway, he's always got like a Porsche and his Mercedes, like a 4-door Mercedes, and his Porsche he has an SUV like the Cayenne. Sitting out front, and I knew he had like this 4-wheeler like Razor, dirt thing, a majigger, but he's sitting there and he pulls out a Lamborghini. He pulls out a Diablo, and I'm like, oh wait, when did you get that Diablo? He's like, oh, I've had it for like 5 years. I'm like, really? I'm like, I've never seen it. And he goes, nah, just keep it here in the garage. It's just, I'm like, do you park it here? He goes, yeah, I'm just keep it in the garage. I'm like, oh, well, that's kind of cool. So anyway, it's really nice. It's purple, of all things. But no, I will not be filming in my neighbor's Lamborghini. No, I won't. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. See ya. Bye-bye.